Facebook now.
Okay, well, it's not giving me the notice.
Give it a second.
I'm waiting.
Oh, you're so impatient.
It's better to be impatient than be a patient. Oh, wait, look. Dude is live.
There we go.
Okay, so we're live, so are we broadcasting, but our picture's not there?
Because we haven't gone. Turn your sound down.
Can you hear that? I just heard it.
Okay, so here we go. We're ready to
Where
start.
are we going?
I don't know. We're going to start the show?
Well, why aren't we?
I'm just asking you.
Okay, do I get to hear the intro, though?
When I start the show.
Well, dude, you're like a minute 48 late.
All right, here we go.
Right now.
Starting the timer.
Start the show.
Getting that set up.
Push the button.
Getting that set up.
Do I get a mouse? Or are you just going to
scroll
my
minute,
stuff?
Here we go.
In a world where the first day of May has been set aside to recognize the plight of the worker and the fight for better and safer working conditions, as well as the establishment of the 8-hour workday. Yet, 131 years later, Mayday is used as an excuse for a bunch of mostly unemployed idiots to act like fools and break shit and block traffic in an effort to inconvenience the rest of us working people. In a world where McDonald's sells 75 hamburgers every second of every day. Wait a minute. That's approximately 6.5 million a day and 2.5 billion a year. Holy shit, that's a lot of fucking burgers. Who the fuck is eating that many fucking burgers? Probably those fucking Mayday protesters. Fucking holes. Sorry about that. I got distracted. Let me continue with the voiceover. Comes a podcast that may assault your sensibilities and leave a bad taste in your mouth, but will never block your road or break your shit. That's right. The Dude I Got an Idea podcast is hosted by two of the internet's biggest asshats, James McEwen and Greg Mason. They may have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy, but at least they are too busy working to go protest for shit that they don't even know why they are protesting. Way to go, guys, at least you jerks do something right. Now if you can't take a joke or your feelings are as soft as you know whose, you know what's, well, you can always
go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
You have been warned. What? Did you think I wouldn't say it? No way, Jose. Balls.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
All right. Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dude, I Got an Idea podcast down here in beautiful downtown Lacey. Deep, deep, dark.
Somewhere
hidden,
underground. Yes.
Underground. Well, but how underground is it if I can see through the window over there? Anyways, this is Greg
Far
Mason.
Underground.
And I'm James Greg Mason with
James McEwen, talking over Greg.
Hubba hubba.
Hey.
So great intro. I got a big kick out of that. I really liked the intro today. I think that the voiceover guy's starting to really get along with us.
Yeah. He actually complimented us for once.
I know. I was surprised. Well, maybe not. Anyways.
That's what happens when you quit beating him, I guess.
So we got two. We have two viewers. Well, I've got three on there actually, but I only see two have written stuff. We got Jay at one end of the country and Sam at the other end. Sam says, "Love the intro," and so did Jay.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks.
it.
And of course, did you think he wasn't going to say it? You know as well as I do, he's gonna. I was even waiting for him to say it, and then I'm like, "What happened?" And then
He faked us out, man.
Yeah,
he faked
big
us out.
time. I tell you, sneaky little bastard. Okay, so how was your day? On this, the Mayday Workers Unite.
International Workers' Day, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a day, let me tell you.
It was a day.
Yeah, and I'm not going to tell you why on air.
Why not?
Because that's not something I'm going to go
It's
to.
not something.
We had a beloved family pet that passed over the weekend, and we actually.
I thought you said you weren't going to tell him.
Well, I'm not going to tell him. Never mind. Just let me finish this part. And I'll just. Anyway, so the family's been pretty distraught.
Oh yeah,
over
Glenda's
that,
on
so.
too. She just said
Yep.
told us she was going to watch.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Shelby's listening with Sam too.
Hey, Shelby. Glenda liked our page today, so thank you. Thank you for liking us. Share us. Talk to everybody. Tell your friends.
It almost sounds pornographic. Sorry. Okay. On this Workers' Day of United Workers, whatever. Okay, so you've had a tragedy. You have had a piping.
Well, we had a cat that we had to put down, and my daughter wanted me to pipe for it. Yes, so
Is that what that gunshot was I heard by your house?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Good thing Seamus wasn't here. He wouldn't take that very well. But anyway,
He's not going to listen, is he?
probably not tonight.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, God. Okay. Pull that one out. Okay.
All right. So, what are we talking about, Greg?
Well, we're talking about Mayday. Today is May 1st. And the only thing I know about it, because you did all the research and I didn't, and you're going to educate me on this, is that today is the day that is celebrated as workers, I guess kind of Workers' Rights Day, when
International Workers' Day.
And when the workers got together and said, hey, look, we got to have an X number of hours for working, it's pretty much taking us out of the dark ages of slave labor and indentured servants, right?
Well, it actually goes back further than that.
How far back does it go?
It goes back as far as there's been human beings. Mayday, or the
what about
celebration
before they
of
had a calendar?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
So how do you do Mayday if you don't have a calendar?
I don't know exactly when.
When did the calendar come into existence?
I swear I'm going to throw something at you. Anyway, this is what Greg likes to do to me.
Oh, yeah,
and he always picks the days that I've had a really bad day to really get in there.
It's not that I pick the days that you really have a bad day. It's when you have a bad day, it just irritates you more.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell him I was on my way over for the show.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time.
I was running a few minutes. Okay, I was running. I'll tell you my.
Yeah, go ahead.
I swear to goodness, I thought I heard my voice in my headphones. I didn't know it sounds just like yours. Anyways, so I was headed over. Okay, so I got off work, got home, and then did a couple things, and then started into something dealing with work, and was chowing down and drinking a beer, of course, because I sure needed one today. Anyways, I wasn't watching the time as closely as I should have, and jumped in the car and ran right over here. Well, of course, I get a text from James that says, cutting a little close, aren't you? And so me being the smart aleck I am, I texted back, cutting it close. I always do my Uber Eats job on Tuesday. And there's this really long pause. I don't get a response from him. And, of course, it came down to, you're kidding, right? Because I said, no, I always Uber Eat. No, it's Monday. I said it couldn't be Monday because I'm up in Tacoma at Uber Eats. And I can tell by the way he was doing it. And then he says, you're not effing with me, are you? And I said, F with you? Me? Never! So, and of course when I showed up, he was at the door waiting for me and snatched the door open and dragged me downstairs.
Yeah.
Because he's had a long day.
Yeah. Well,
Well, hang on a sec.
Oh, what?
Today was longer for you than it was for me?
Technically, it's probably about the same amount of time.
Okay. I'm just checking here because there's time I get really confused about this. I had a long day stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought maybe your day you were in a different time zone than me. Then I wait. Which one is it? Me or I?
Well, time is all relative. Ask
to what?
Einstein.
Okay, but it's relative to what?
To your position in time and space.
Okay, so I don't have any relatives in this time and space.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so he's on it. Looking at his comment here, we're going to get back to the topic here at hand.
According to Wikipedia. Now that's trustworthy.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so
but Mayday celebrations, if we get into it, Mayday celebrations have been traditionally part of, like in Ireland, it would be the Beltane celebration, the celebration of spring, the lifetime, the renewal, and what we consider International Workers' Day dates back to the 1880s.
You know what I've always celebrated it as, though, right?
What?
Dude, 4 more days.
To Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo, of course. Drink margaritas y paritos. What else could you possibly... Anyways, sorry.
Okay.
I digress.
He's getting off topic again, so...
But it's like food.
But it's actually, I pulled up stuff on Cinco de Mayo because I was going to talk about that near the end of the show. So,
but it's not Cinco de Mayo until... What,
till
Friday?
Right.
But we're not doing a podcast Friday.
No, but
So
I
why
was
don't
going
you
to
talk
talk
about
about
it?
I was going to talk about it a little bit. But
So,
anyway,
am I going to see it on my screen?
what? Cinco de Mayo or the information?
Yes.
No, I didn't pull it up on your screen.
Oh, look, there it is. Okay. You didn't pull up Cinco de Mayo?
No, not on that screen.
Oh.
So.
Oh, but you have it on one of your 3 screens.
Oh, there he goes again. The screen
envy. Okay.
Ever since I got these 3 screens to do artwork and do the show and do all the things I have to do, because I do all the engineering on the show, by the way. Greg has his wines.
Wait. Hang on a sec. We gotta. Before you continue,
Oh.
okay, which one is it?
Yeah, you got to go to that one.
Okay, where is it?
Which one?
Here it is.
Oh, that's. Oh, I forgot to turn that up.
Oh,
there we go.
okay. Let's try that again. Okay, because James said I do all the engineering, and then I said.
Anyway, so yeah, Mayday. It was the 1880s. Working conditions were pretty rough for people.
Right.
10 to 16-hour days was very common. Low pay, very dangerous working conditions. There was no such thing as OSHA back in those days. But so organized labor got together and.
Oh, Chad Thomason. Cops now are clearing the anarchists with pepper spray and beanbags.
Oh, hey, Chad.
Holy cow!
But is that here in, or is that in Seattle, or is that in? Because I was just watching the news, kind of keeping up on it, because I wanted to have some bunch of stuff we could bring on about how crazy it is up in Seattle. But so far, last I checked, there was 1 arrest in Seattle. Portland's been pretty crazy.
Yeah, but that's keep Portland weird.
Portland is weird.
Okay, so anyway, going back, do you want me to read this, or are you going to continue?
Well, I was just kind of paraphrasing it, but you can.
As its national convention in Chicago held in 1884, the Federation of Organized Trades and Labor Unions, which later became the AFL, proclaimed 8 hours shall constitute a legal day labor from and after May 1st, 1886. So it took them 2 years from the time they proclaimed it for it to happen. The following year, same group, backed by many Knights of Labor locals, reiterated a proclamation stating that it would be supported by strikes and demonstrations. At first, most radicals and anarchists regarded this demand as too reformist. Wait. So the radicals and the anarchists are saying the demand is too reformist, failing to strike at the root of the evil. Okay, so the AFL, American Federation, this group that later became American Federation of Labor, which is one of the strongest unions in the country,
Yep.
said, you know what, we're really here for workers' rights. And the anarchists said, that's bad. Oh, terrible, right? So now that we have it, the anarchists are running around saying, yay, yay, right? So, I don't know.
Well, it's interesting.
Do you see where I'm coming from on this?
Yeah, I do. It's interesting what's happened is over the time, we have taken these Mayday celebrations and keep changing what they mean.
Well, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, well.
I mean, after all, it's not about the truth. It's about how I feel. Give me a hug, James. Let me come over and get one.
Sure.
Sorry.
Come right over here.
You know, that's what happens when you have alcohol on board. You start to say just a little bit more.
Yeah, I got a little bit more than alcohol on board right now. Ooh.
Wait.
What?
You're not sharing?
No.
See, I will not.
I started to have a migraine before the show, so I take my migraine medication. And
I will
sometimes it
not
makes me a
share
little
my
floaty.
oxycodone with you. Of course, if I took one, I would be like, duh.
Let's see. So Chad says it's up on Cairo, so I'm checking it out.
Throwing things at us, beer cans, in some cases it's actually been hot dogs to the crowd. But they've also been setting off fireworks and firing fireworks for the crowd. So it's been an ugly scene.
Yeah, all 4 anarchists are down there protesting.
Well, I find it interesting, like this is supposed to be a celebration of the creation of
period of time until they started moving east on 4th Street and then stopped against 4th and Jefferson, and now you can see they're here, and the police have them surrounded. There are police behind them on the other side.
Waveform. Sorry, guys. I think it was picking up whatever I was having on the... So I'll have to check that on our recording. Wow. Anyway, I lost my train of thought because I looked over at the recording and saw all this hiss. This is what happens when you do engineer and try to do hosting all at the same time. You get a little crazy.
Oh,
Okay, Chad said he can't hear us. I think that was the problem because
Okay.
I
So
walked over
I'm
us.
curious, why do you keep bringing up that you do all the engineering and you do it? Are you feeling like you're just not being appreciated for the work you're doing?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, because, I mean, I understand today's workers' rights. And so if you feel you're not being appreciated, hang on, we'll get something
Oh,
up here.
you're going to do it to me, aren't you?
What? Well, of course. We've got to, folks, we've got to appreciate James. So I want all of our listeners to begin sending texts how much you appreciate James, okay? Because you know what? We got to say... you took this out?
Yeah, I took it down.
They are in
Okay.
trouble.
There we go. Anyway,
Okay, are you feeling better?
don't these people have jobs to go to in the morning?
Okay, so I
I'm just
want
reading
to
out-
say, hang on a second, I want to say right here that, James doesn't feel people are appreciating him enough. And I would say...
Okay, enough of that.
So...
I am going to take the mouse away. No, I keep bringing it up because you don't get to see the cameras live like I do. You have to wait and see it.
Okay, hang on a
So-
second. Wait, I think you're missing
The
something
point.
here.
You're just making fun of me. I know.
Well, yeah.
I know.
I mean, so whatever the
But I
reason
kind of look
is-
schizophrenic because
the
I'm over
truth
here and over here and
kind
over
of
here. so-
look?
Yeah.
No. I'm schizophrenic and so am I.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Me and the mouse in my pocket, right?
yeah, something like that. You have a mouse in your pocket?
Maybe.
No, it's right here on the table.
Yeah, you got it. Well, I have one too. But
Dude, I'm not putting my hand on the mouse again if you've had that thing in your pocket. Okay, so back to workers' rights.
anyway,
Are we having it? Boy, we're really squirreling it today, aren't we?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
look,
been one of
shiny
those days,
object.
But yeah,
Thorne
I find
leaned back in his
I find it
chair.
very funny that this holiday has been set aside for workers and like I said, the creation of the 8-hour workday, and yet over the last few years, especially in Seattle, it's been a big thing for the anarchists and for troublemakers to come out and cause a lot of property damage and cause a lot of problems. And I recently read a study about Germany where they're having problems with these guys. They're coming out and doing all these protests and causing problems. So somebody went and looked at all the demographics of the arrests.
Right.
And the number one person who they arrested in these things
Who?
were males between the ages of 18 and 26
Right.
that were single, lived in their parents' basement, and had no employment.
Well, of course. If you were single and lived in your parents' basement, didn't have an employment, or probably didn't have anything else because you're single, I mean, do you understand what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
That, yeah, you'd riot too. It's just like way too much pent-up energy.
So I'm going to check our feed real quick, make sure we have sound back.
Do you want me to turn my thing up?
No, I
Oh,
got
look,
it. We're
I
good.
heard me.
Yeah, I just wanted to check.
You're just checking.
Yeah, because I had that problem with the audio there. I don't know. Last week it was the camera, now it's the audio. One of these days we'll actually be
So
able to afford
maybe it
good
isn't my
equipment.
camera.
I actually had to swap your camera out. I think your camera actually died, not just for the show, but it died.
Really?
Yeah. It went
So you
tits
gave
up.
me a bad camera. Do you know where the term tits up comes from?
No.
Do you have any idea?
I can
Go ahead.
harbor a guess, but go ahead. No. You
Harbor a guess. Is that like harvesting a testicle?
harbor a guess and harving. I don't
Okay,
know.
see,
That's
it's
a
like-
big leap you went there, buddy. But
Well, yeah, I know, but it's okay. So
So,
how
go
do you
ahead.
harbor a guess? You don't harbor a guess. You harbor a boat or you harbor a suspicion. But I don't get harboring a guest. No, the harvesting a testicle thing was that when the doctor thought I had cancer,
Oh, I remember
He said,
that.
well, we may have to harvest one of your testicles. I'm like, do they do that shit in spring? Do that do stuff in spring or what? Like, okay, guys, we're going to go harvesting testicles. And do guys,
it's funny that you bring up the harvesting testicles thing, because it seems to be like a theme. On Saturday, I was a guest on a podcast, a Grit City podcast, with some of the other guys from Penny Palabras.
You didn't invite me?
Well, you were Ubering.
I'm devastated.
You
really.
were Ubering.
Oh.
You were out making money. So,
like a worker.
Anyway, yeah, so we got talking about
I told you
harvesting
about the woman who said I was an elitist while I was at work one day.
Okay, we'll get to that just a
Okay,
moment.
sorry.
But yeah, we got talking about harvesting a testicle and how much a testicle was worth, and talking about all that. So
How much are they worth?
I don't remember. I think I said it was like 40,000, but
Dude, I could buy a new car with that thing.
yeah.
Hey, how'd you pay for the car? Well, you can just call
Somebody
me.
said $30,000 for a testicle, $10,000 to have a replacement, prosthetic. That's what I'm looking for.
prosthetic testicle?
Yeah, they do make them.
Brass?
And so you're $20,000 ahead.
Are they brass?
I don't know, but if
20, 60. I got kids. We're good.
If you stand up and your balls go clink, you should have that looked at.
Yeah, you should have that look. That sounds like a problem.
Anyway, so yeah, it's interesting how all these. I'm trying to get back on topic. We really went flying out.
Wow. Okay, so you're harvesting a guess.
Go
No,
ahead.
harboring.
Hold on. You were going to tell.
What?
You were going to tell the origin of the tits up.
No, I don't know what the origin is, but here's how it was explained to me, and that
Okay.
I believe that's where it kind of came from. Okay, when an animal dies, what does it do? Like a dog or something, it rolls over on its back, right? So what's up? It's tits.
Well, I would have thought it was because we put people on their back when they're dying, so their tits are up. But
Well, that could be.
because
too.
I've seen a lot of animals, and very rarely do I see them on their back dead.
You've never seen anything on its back dead.
No, they're usually on their side or on their stomach.
You run around taking pictures of these things? No, because usually when something dies, it rolls over on its back. It just
I don't know.
isn't
Maybe
usually when you flatten it
maybe,
out with a car, then it's face down.
we did the.
And I'm not saying it's good to flatten stuff out with a car. No, because we'll take hate mail.
They need our email address. I should probably put that on the screen. Huh?
That sounds like a good idea. So our email address, so you can send us hate mail for all this crazy stuff we're talking about, is dudeigotanaidea@gmail.com. So I'll spell it DUDEIGOTANIDEA @gmail.com. Phone number is?
I got the phone number up there.
253-235-1690.
Apparently, I need to make a graphic for
our email.
our email. I haven't done that.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so
Yes.
so we went from Mayday to tits up. Wow, that's a leap.
Okay, so
And
back
testicles.
to Mayday.
So what other body parts should we talk about on Mayday?
Well, I've personally frequented every coffee stand. Anyways,
Well,
that's that guy's still creepy. I was talking to somebody about it today, and I said, we're doing this podcast on it, and they said, what have you done it on? And I said, oh, this, that, and I said, we did it on coffee. The Bikini Barista show is the one I would say that left the biggest impact with me because of that guy.
Yeah, you always bring it up. It's pretty funny. So
I know, it's like, oh my goodness. So
Gary goes back to it time and time again. But Mayday,
Yes.
yeah, in fact, Chad, who's making comments on our feed and with us watching us live today, had made a comment last night about people's heads or skulls were going to get cracked, and I was actually kind of looking forward to it. And
whose skulls were going to get cracked?
Protesters, knuckleheads.
No, they don't do that stuff anymore because it's just, you can go busting up the place and causing problems and burning stuff down and being just a complete butthead who's doing nothing more than destroying personal property and not get your head caved in. So, see, we as a society have progressed from caving in the heads of ne'er-do-wells to just saying it's okay. And it's not. If you come over and because I think if I went over their house and started destroying their property, what would they do? Call the cops. But then the police show up and try to take these people into custody for busting the place up. So what do? They run around with bandanas on and they want to hide their face. So on May 1st, 1886, more than 300,000 workers and 13,000 businesses across the U.S. walked off their jobs in the first May Day celebration in history. In Chicago, the epicenter for eight-hour day agitators, 40,000 went on strike with the anarchists in the forefront of the public's eye. with their fiery speeches and revolutionary ideology of direct action, anarchists and anarchism became respected and embraced by the working people and despised by the capitalists. I'm not a capitalist, but I don't understand why it's okay for these anarchists to run around busting up the place.
Well, here's what I don't get. If you work for a large corporation,
Yes.
and you decide that you don't like your working environment, and you get a bunch of buddies together, and you have a protest, and maybe things get out of hand, and you destroy the property of that company, it makes a little more sense to me. It's still not right, but it makes more sense to me than a bunch of knuckleheads going around and just destroying property of whatever.
No, actually, I'm going to argue with you that why would you destroy the property where you work? You destroy the place you're not going to be working. You're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, that would be
Because then the company's going to say,
wait. No, you're right. You know, it's the intelligent thing not to destroy where you work.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that you got these guys. A lot of the times they come out of different places. Portland, well, in the Pacific Northwest, they come from Portland. They come from all over.
Right.
And they go to Seattle, and then and the funny thing is a lot of times they attack some of the most progressive businesses like Starbucks.
Yeah.
You know, some of the businesses that actually treat their employees pretty well, they attack them. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it doesn't make any sense any more than, a certain group of people who will trash corporate America, but then buy iPads at Starbucks.
Right.
And it's like, wait a sec, folks.
Can you buy an iPad at Starbucks?
Well, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Shut up.
Oh, you can give me heck, but the moment I catch you in something, that's like, oh, shut up.
Of course. Because I'm always whatever.
You know, Greg?
What?
You make me want to go. Where is it?
Where is it? You make me want to go.
Today I felt like that.
I think that you do that a lot just when I show it because that's what See, I actually consider that my responsibility.
To drive
As
me
a
insane.
fellow worker,
Yeah.
especially on Mayday, it's my job every single time to make you want to go. Okay, so we've got these sound effects, and I've kind of gotten carried away with them. Anyway, so back to Mayday, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You
So,
have the floor. Yeah.
This Mayday, I was watching the coverage before the show, and they had somebody on there talking about how now it's all about
How now, brown cow?
immigrants' rights.
Immigrants' rights.
And I thought to myself, well, the immigrants aren't complaining about their rights.
Right. Not only are they not
It's
complaining about their
knuckleheads
rights,
complaining about illegal immigrants.
The immigrants have pretty good rights whether they're illegal or not.
Right.
And I would actually say that illegal immigrants have more rights than legal immigrants. And even maybe some
in my particular employment,
yes.
I have had the opportunity to work with a few people that are legal immigrants.
Right. What's
And
their opinion on illegal immigration?
They hate them with a passion.
Well, so would I. Here's the way I look at it, okay? So I've spent all these years I have in my career field to work to the pissant little pay that I have. I've been to schooling. I've been all kinds of stuff. So I got some good qualifications and good certifications. And then to have somebody else come in and try to do, and that gets hired and given money to do, and given more money than I am to do the job, and yet they don't have the training, they don't have the certification, okay? And they're paid more. It's the same as illegal immigrants because they're coming across illegal. They're not following the rules. They're not doing what they're supposed to.
I had a gal that worked for me, and she was a legal immigrant from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And we got talking about this one time, and she was telling me about all the hoops that legal immigrants have to go through. There's a ton of hoops they have to jump through to get legal immigrant status.
Yeah.
And these illegals come in and they don't care.
Bypass the whole system.
They bypass the whole system. And then because of their status, they can't get a lot of the higher paying jobs, so they get lower paying jobs. So then they go in and they get food stamps and they get all the benefits that come to lower income people.
Right.
So you have these legal immigrants that have to, they have to work at a certain level to be in the country. They have to prove they have skills to be here in the country. They have to go through all this stuff. Yeah, they feel really cheated. At least this particular individual I worked with really had disdain for illegal immigrants. So, I find it interesting that on a day that it's about workers and making laws and rules to make life better for workers, for the working individual, that they're now trying to take that and use that day as a day to celebrate people who break the law.
Right.
Now, immigration, being here illegally is not a criminal offense; it's a civil offense, but it's still breaking the law.
No, it's to illegal immigrant. It's the first time's a misdemeanor. If you're deported and come back, then it's a felony. I actually heard that on the news the other day.
You sure?
Okay, I heard it on the news the other day, and they said that the first time's a misdemeanor, second time's a felony. Now they may have changed it.
Because I was, because I was watching
And so
one of these programs. They had a defense attorney on there, and he was saying that it was
I'm gonna raise up
it was a
little bit.
civil
This may come as
infraction.
a shock. I may be wrong.
Greg, wrong? Really?
I'm not wrong. I was mistaken.
Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's how I feel. Surprised! Greg is wrong! Anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me find one.
Oh, no. He's going for it. But, yeah, I was kind of disappointed this year. Seattle has, in past years, not disappointed in their knuckleheads coming out and providing good entertainment to watch on television.
Right.
But this year, not so much. Maybe they're just getting tired of it. The business has gotten smart. They boarded up all their windows.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to interrupt this.
You have to interrupt this previously scheduled program for what?
Jay sent, and I'm not sure.
He sent you a personal message, or
No, Jay sent something on the website. So it's of course he says, "Don't these people have jobs to go to in the morning?" No. But then he also says the protesters are getting rocks thrown at them by the homeless.
That's awesome.
No, we can't. We cannot. I'm sorry. I cannot advocate violence in any. Well,
I'm not advocating. I'm just appreciating it. There's a big difference.
that's hilarious. I'm sorry. That's that is reminiscent of the guy that breaks into the. I saw the video. This guy broke into a liquor store, convenience store, and he fell through the ceiling.
Oh yeah. That's a
smashed
classic
into the
one.
rack below. Right.
And he tries to get out to the ceiling. He keeps falling.
Yeah. It's like at that point, just give up. Get the cops in there. Get yourself to the hospital. Do the time. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. But just go ahead. It's like, you know what? I've killed my. I've just wiped myself. So, anyways, I'm sorry.
So yeah, we're getting long here. So
Yeah, I virtually digress. I digress.
So Mayday this year, I guess.
Is that what the topic was about?
Yeah, I keep trying to steer us back to Mayday, but this year,
So what about
I
those
guess it's like
Mariners?
this at the Mayday.
Oh my God, we need to call somebody.
Mayday.
Yeah. So then we get the fire department and rescue helicopter out front. Wait. What was that for? Somebody said Mayday.
Yeah. Anyway, I've lost. You totally blown the show up. I've just totally lost my train of thought. It's like, yeah, okay.
Well, I have a question for you.
Okay. I have
Okay,
an
so
answer, but-
Mayday is about workers' rights, correct?
Well, yeah, originally.
Okay. So why, when a ship is in trouble at sea or a plane is in trouble in the air, do they start yelling Mayday, Mayday? Are they yelling workers' rights, workers' rights? What? What does that have to do with the fact that the aircraft or the ship is in trouble?
That's a good question. I don't know.
How did we make that leap?
I don't know.
I can hear you typing furiously. So you're going to try to find out why we say Mayday for, Mayday, Mayday, we're going to crash, or we're going to sink, or we're going to whatever.
Yeah. I thought I would.
Should we be
consult-
saying?
Wait.
Should we be saying anarchists unite, workers' rights, anarchists unite, workers' rights? So then, oh my God, a ship sinking. Yes.
I'm going to consult the bastion of all human knowledge.
Is this on my screen too? If I bring it up?
No.
Oh, the bastion of all human knowledge.
Google.
Gurgle.
Google. Okay, let's see what it says here.
It shouldn't say anything. You should have to read it.
Well,
Anyways.
I'm going to slap you.
Bagpipe for a cat.
Let's see.
Is that like Requiem for Heavyweight?
In 1927, the International Radio Telegraph Convention of Washington made Mayday the official voice distress call
So does that mean when
used to communicate serious levels of distress.
Okay, so that's the
Because somebody said
That's
that
a-
would be a good thing to do.
That's a serious level of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened before that? Mayday, Mayday. Just kidding. I don't think that's what the Titanic said.
I don't know what the Titanic said. I wasn't there.
Okay, so
But-
why did they make Mayday the official?
I but don't know.
But
I'm still reading.
oh,
I'm
sorry.
trying to keep it so we don't have dead air for the people who aren't watching that are actually listening to the recording of the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Podcasts. Oh man.
Podcats.
Yeah, podcasts.
Cod pats. Wait,
Makes you wonder what the heck's a podcat. It's got these things.
a podcat? I don't know, but I know about a dead cat. Sorry, I'm a terrible person. I know. Your son's not allowed to listen to this.
Yeah, that would be a bad one for.
It would. He would just go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently somebody just came up with it and said Mayday. That should be what it is.
Okay. So and that's what we're talking about is Mayday, right?
Yep. We're trying to, but it just kind of went sideways, and then diagonal, and then
that's because we're having fun.
it just kind of went schizoid and bounced all over the place. So
Well, how come you didn't properly regulate it?
I didn't know that was my job.
Well, you're the serious one. You're the one that has all those screens. You're the engineer. I thought you're the one that's supposed to make sure that the conversation gets steered. That's what you've been telling me this whole podcast. I'm in charge. Therefore, I have three screens.
Wait. When did I ever say I was in charge of anything?
Well, you implied it.
No, I was making.
No, you implied
Hold on.
You said.
Hold on.
I'm
No.
the engineer. You said.
No. I do have the ability to mute you. So, see, I can take you down. So,
Oh, so you have the power. So that means you're in charge.
What I was trying to say,
Aren't
that
you
I
in
wasn't in
charge?
charge. I was
But if
doing
you
my
have the
best.
power,
Hold
aren't
on.
you in charge?
Hold on. I was doing my best on
You're
Mayday
doing-
to complain about
Wait,
my
you're doing your
conditions
best
of doing
you're
all the
doing your
work.
best at what? Engineering?
I really am going to throw something at you.
You missed.
I didn't say I was going to hit you. I just said I'd throw it at you. So, anyway, so this has gone completely off topic. This show, we've gone completely
We've had a lot of fun,
out
though,
the left
haven't we?
window. Yeah.
The left one. Oh, left. Why has it got to be left? Why can't it be right?
I'm looking for other things to throw at him. Anyway, we're long, so
Oh,
we should
maybe
probably.
you'll throw a screen at me, and then I'll have two like you have three.
Oh, you have the biggest screen envy. Okay, everyone out there in our Dude Nation, our listeners and watchers, and people who really have nothing else better to do than listen to these two idiots. Yeah, send us a note on either on Facebook at Dude I Got an Idea or our email address, and send Greg condolences about his screen envy because you seem to mention it a lot.
Well, no, you're the one that. Well, because I can't see you because you have all these screens, and you say, "Well, I have to have them. I'm in charge."
No, I'm just the monkey who has to do all the work.
Well, no, you were saying you were
See,
in charge.
you're
You were
the
the head
supervisor.
engineer. I'm not supervising anything. You're the head engineer.
Okay, so shout outs since we're getting down
Sam
to-
and Shelby were here.
Mm-hmm.
Big one to Erin, too, down in Flagstaff. She didn't feel well last week, so she kind of took it easy, but it looks like she's back going strong. Let's see, who else? Nobody. Nobody I can think of. I will say, okay, how do I like my women? And my beer?
I could go a lot of ways with that. I was thinking
No,
bitter,
it was an old joke that popped into my head because we said it one time on the
Yeah.
air. Did I say it on the air or did I put it on my
I don't know. I don't
Facebook
remember.
page? I can't remember.
I can't remember 5
No, I
minutes
said
ago.
it on air. Yeah, I know. You haven't talked about anything. You were supposed to talk about Mayday for the last 37 minutes.
I've
and
been
you
trying
didn't.
to.
Trying how? You've been talking. You were talking about piping for the cat. You were talking about a whole multitude of other things. You talked about Wikipedia. You looked up something about where did the Mayday thing for ships come from.
Okay.
You can't win.
I am not even going to try anymore. I give up. I surrender.
Okay, any
It's
shout-outs
open.
for you?
Yeah, just shout out to the cast and crew of Penny Palabras. Another wonderful weekend of filming in the bag.
You were filming in the bag?
No, the film is in the bag now.
Oh. You said a wonderful weekend of filming in the bag.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's rewinding the tape. Do you want to play that one?
I said another film weekend is in the
No,
bag.
you said another weekend filming in the bag.
You're going to kill me tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
No,
wait.
but
Did you want mercy? It's in the dictionary. Did you want sympathy? I can tell you what two words it's between. Okay, anyways.
Penny Palabras,
Yes.
the cast and crew. It's just it's awesome to watch Dina work and Susan work. The librarian. We filmed the scene with the librarian.
Yeah, Dina is scary.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Dina's scary good.
We're gonna have Dina on the show soon
Good.
as a
good.
guest. I'm going to try to get Bill, who plays the straw man, and Dina.
Okay, so here's the thing, though, is that for me to say how great she is as an actress, all that stuff on the podcast is wonderful. But here's the thing: is she's going to show up on the show, and I'm going to talk like that, and it's not like I'm crushing on her.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. She has a boyfriend.
Well, I don't care about the boyfriend. I'm saying, you're an idiot. No, it's just because it almost sounds creepy.
Well, it does sound creepy when it's coming for you.
Well, that's because I work with you, and you're really creepy because you have all those screens.
What is creepy?
It's all about me.
Apparently, Westlake is on TV just for us. So
Who is?
Westlake?
Oh.
Here, let's take a look here real quick while we're finishing up.
Hey, James, Westlake is on TV just for you. Okay,
so there must be something going on at Westlake. I'm not going to pull up on my other screen because.
Okay, you're going to pull it up on what, Cairo?
Well, you have the mouse.
Oh,
so I need the mouse to.
Wait. Here we'll go. Where do you want it? Here?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Let's try Cairo and see.
Cairo, Westlake. Cairo, Creo? Boy, you went dyslexic on that one.
I am tired.
Try it again. K-I-R-O. Kramer versus Kramer. No, backspace. Stop. Okay, there you go. One of us can do it. Okay, sports. This one. Yep. Okay. Here it is. Live. Police violent riot in Olympia on Mayday.
Hey, so it's not Seattle getting crazy. It's Olympia.
Holy cow. Let's see what it does. It's not doing anything.
Well, it's trying to pull up the live stream here.
That looks pretty violent.
Oh, let's see what it says. Oh, holy cow.
What is that? Oh, that's an advertisement.
Yeah, that's somebody trying to call me live on TV on the show.
Okay, so why did you change it? What happened to the violent protest?
I didn't do anything, man. I didn't do anything. Well, anyway, we're running long. We need to
wrap it up, but we're going to go watch this little news thing. And Western Washington, the most chaotic Mayday demonstration is happening in Olympia. Protesters threw rocks at Olympia police, and officers responded with flashbangs and moved the crowd after a Mayday protest turned violent Monday. Mayday in Seattle was relatively calm. So keep Olympia weird.
Or keep Olympia violent.
Yeah, something like that. So I thought Olympia was like real mellow, but it sounds like Olympia's getting pretty violent.
Yeah, imagine that.
Holy cow. What are our legislatures going to... They're going to have to create a new law that nobody's going to follow in the first place, but that'll make them feel safer, right?
What's that?
If they create a new law.
No, what's the new law?
None of that shit.
Well, personally, I think if...
It's against the law to do that kind of crap.
Since I can't seem to control the show at all tonight.
Yeah, okay, well, let's try to figure out where this is happening.
Okay, so let's see. I turn up the sound here. So we're listening to a live stream.
But where is this? None of this looks familiar.
I'm trying to get a...
I don't know who that female is on the left, but I'm not going to go near her. I can get my ass kicked.
We didn't see what happened right here.
Well, it's somewhere in Olympia.
The corner from where we were. So
we
didn't actually see what it was that led to the
one guy standing with a paintball gun.
Right now.
Here, put your hood on and shut up. He's been spitting, evidently.
Yeah. Well, I would say that I'm going to turn this down here. That if they did make a new law, I would support is if you're in a public, march or protest, no masks. Masks should be illegal. If you're going to be stupid,
but these people aren't wearing masks.
Well, these aren't, but.
Okay, now look
that's the Washington Performing Arts Center, isn't it?
Where? No, the left one is Seattle. The right one is Olympia.
I don't know.
Okay, so shout outs. Turn that down, and we'll keep because I'm going to keep watching it after we unask the air.
Yeah, but we got to shut that off before we close out. So
okay, so big shout outs. We've got
8th and Capitol Way is what Jay said.
Oh, okay. It's an 8th and Capitol. What's an 8th and Capitol Way?
Apparently, a bunch of knuckleheads getting arrested.
Park. Okay, so anyways, no other shout outs. So we got to talk about two things. One,
tin-shoulder.com.
all for you and your...
miniature collecting, figure collecting, paper building collecting, wargaming needs. Check out.
Anytime you need something that you think might
Be good for
your...
wargaming needs. We didn't plan this. We're just doing this.
We're doing this pretty good, though, actually. Because here's the funny part: is I'm trying to run you aground, and you're actually recovering stuff. So I'm impressed. Okay, 10-soldier.com for gaming needs and those kinds of
Yep.
things.
And if you're going to be in the Olympia area over the Memorial Day weekend, you want to check out the Red Lion Hotel at the big Infilad Wargaming Show. 10-soldier.com will be there. You can pick up stuff at great prices at the show. So come on down.
Other Amazon.com for the Hammers War Series. First 3 books have been published. Those 3 books are number 1, James. Number 1.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the comments. Masks are illegal. I didn't know that. Number 1 is Forging the Hammer.
Number come on, and then you're supposed to say. And number 2 is.
And number 2 is
First Strike. And 3.
No, number 2 is Dimension Shift.
Dimension Shift.
Then it's First Strike. Now you're screwed up.
Oh man, big time.
It's been one of those days.
Okay, so
Been one of those
Dimension
shows.
Shift, then First Strike, and now we are getting ready to publish Hammer's Commandos.
Wow, look at that.
What's that?
We.
Yeah. Did I say
You
we?
bring Greg on as an editor, and it's we.
Oh no, I'm just saying it.
No, it's all good, man. I'm just giving you hell.
We're getting
Because
okay.
I
I'll
can't.
say then we're getting ready to launch after a lot of good hard work by you and my simple editing.
Yeah, then we're going to publish Hammer's Commandos.
Yeah, big time. I'm excited because here's the thing too is that I'm reading this book for the first time and I am only 20 pages from the end.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see how it goes.
And we've started the audiobook for Forging the Hammer.
Yep.
The pace we're going, it might not be out till like December, but we'll get it there.
Please, come on. Take a good day. We can get this done. But yeah, so we're really moving forward. So James S. McEwen's Hammer's War Series. You got to read it, folks. It's a great book. And I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, as a non-science fiction fan, I am really enjoying reading through this book and all that stuff. And it's also fun to read about.
Go ahead.
I look at you. Well, no, I was going to say, I look at you and I realize a character that is born out of you and then the one that's born out of me. And it's kind of funny because I make sure that our interactions, you put in yours, and I know I leave your interactions alone for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And then I beef up mine to things I would really say. So, okay, so we've run long.
Yep. All right.
All the shout-outs are done. Everything else is done. Folks, thanks for listening to us just gumming up here and have a lot of fun.
Hand me that mouse, because we actually have to turn that off, or we'll have noise.
You just want me to shut
contamination.
this down?
Yeah, because it's got noise on it. And,
Okay, there. How's that?
There we go.
Okay.
That's much better. So, all right.
Everybody
I think that's
take care.
it. So we're
Long
out
week at work. What are we talking about next weekend?
I
I don't know.
don't know. We'll get there when we get there.
Yep. Y'all have
right.
a great week.
Have a good night, folks. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for putting up with us on this weird Mayday.
All right, take care.